For the past week and a half, I've been playing this game called Vampire Survivors. It's a roguelite reverse bullet hell game, and if you don't know what a reverse bullet hell is, I don't blame you because I didn't either before playing this, but it's basically you are the bullet hell. You are the thing shooting all the projectiles at the enemies instead of dodging the projectiles. Now, you aren't a reverse bullet hell, you sort of become it because at the start of a run, you basically don't do shit. You do like one little thing, whatever weapon you have. But by the end of the run, you're shooting off like 100 projectiles a second and killing thousands of enemies. There's so many things happening on screen, it slows down my computer. I'm surprised my shitty laptop didn't catch on fire while I was playing, to be honest. You pick a character, you pick a stage, and then you start playing. You pick up gems dropped by enemies to level up. Every time you level up, you get to pick a passive item or a weapon. There will be boss monsters that will drop chests that can give you even more items and weapons. And then once you hit the 30-minute mark, all the enemies on the screen will die, and the Reaper will spawn and instantly kill you. And then you can spend gold that also you can find during your run to spend on permanent upgrades. The gameplay loop is very, very simple, but it's also incredibly fun and addicting. This past week and a half, I've almost put in about 40 hours into the game. I've gotten all the achievements there are so far to get in the game. The only things I've got left to do are to unlock 2 secret characters, and then I would have done everything in the game. I'm also not the only one to think this game is incredibly fun and addicting, since this game is getting absolutely fantastic reviews on Steam. Like it's like 99% positive, like 80,000 reviews or something. It's nuts. And even though I've done pretty much everything there is to do in the game currently, the game is in early access and it gets updated quite frequently. Like I think like every 2 weeks, give or take. So I'm going to keep putting more hours into this game as more content comes out. Also, the craziest thing about this game is the fact that it's only $3. That's right, it's $3. There have been people who've put hundreds of hours into this game, and it's only $3. And something I like that Vampire Survivors does is that it sort of does the Binding of Isaac way of unlocking new items and characters. In Binding of Isaac, in order to unlock new items or characters, you have to do specific things or challenges or achievements in order to unlock them. Vampire Survivors is very similar to this in how it does it. Like each of the 4 regular stages has a coffin that if you can find it and open it, you will get a new character depending on which stage you found the coffin in. I know, unlocking a character by doing something in the game instead of paying money to get a new character. Crazy, right? And this way, it generally makes getting achievements or challenges makes players more inclined to do it since they will unlock new stuff. It's got simple but nice pixel graphics. It's got a simple but really fun gameplay loop. It keeps getting updated consistently, and it's only $3. I mean, what more is there to say about it? If anything I said about the game interests you, or you like the gameplay in the back, I do recommend checking the game out. I'll leave a link to the Steam page in the description. You can go check it out. Again, it's only $3, so I highly recommend it. Now that I got talking about the game out of the way, we can get into the main reason I made this video, and that's, well, the title of the video. As the video title says, I believe Vampire Survivors proves that graphics really don't matter, at least not as much as certain people seem to think it does. These last few years, I've been getting really annoyed with how a good chunk of the gaming community and certain AAA devs are sort of obsess over graphics, mainly how realistic a game looks, the realistic graphics, sort of. The main source of my annoyance being a lot of Last of Us 2 stans who endlessly compare Last of Us 2 graphics to the graphics of other games and sort of say that it's better because the graphics are better. Just because the graphics of a game are better does not make the game overall better. And also, from what I've seen, most people's opinion of The Last of Us 2 is that it's at best mediocre, so this sort of endless dick measuring with graphics of other games really just doesn't matter. And all these Last of Us 2 stands are doing is just making me not like the game even more than I already did. So I don't know what they're trying to accomplish, but it's really fucking annoying to me. I'm just tired of the constant tweets and comments of people just endlessly comparing the graphics of 2 different games and, oh, this game is better because the models are more realistic, the rendering is better, oh, you can see fucking peach fuzz on the character model, therefore the game's better, oh, you can see the pores of the in-game character model, therefore the game is better. I know some of it probably has to do with personal taste, since I myself prefer stylistic graphics over realistic graphics, but I also think just this obsession is just getting too much. At the end of the day, what should be talked about the most about a game is the actual game part, the gameplay of a game. That's what should be talked about more. The fact that we have certain games where people talk more about how pretty the game looks, how realistic the game looks, how good the graphics are, is I just don't understand it. To me, gameplay is the cake, graphics and other stuff is the topping. That's how I see it. Of course, you have exceptions, like visual novels, obviously, they don't really have gameplay, but you can also argue that visual novels aren't really games. You can say they're sort of like books, but with voice acting and pictures and stuff. And like I said, Vampire Survivors sort of proves that the graphics really don't matter, because Vampire Survivors graphics are like pixel NES, SNES sort of style graphics. Not to say they're bad, they're not. The pixel art is very good, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, this game is getting an insane amount of positive reception, positive reviews. People are spending dozens, if not hundreds of hours on this game. At the end of the day, I just want for us to stop obsessing so much about graphics. They're nice. They can be really nice to look at. They're cool, but at the end of the day, we really should be talking about gameplay first. But that's how I see it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the topic. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for me. Again, I'll leave the link for Vampire Survivors in the description if you're interested at all. And yeah, have a fantastic day.